Hi. So in this video, I'm going to give you introduction about the numerology, why you should learn numerology course and how it is important for you. So many of you know numerology means just Moolank and Bhagyang kind of thing, okay, destiny number and all these lucky numbers. We just think of that, but there is too many things behind the story of the numerology. I will explain you how numerology started and from here how it is implemented in India, especially in Karnataka. Our ancient writers, like those who wrote vachanas and those who wrote poems, they all use numerology. Okay, so I am going to give some brief introduction about that. Then what you are going to learn in this entire course, that I am going to explain, and what I am going to cover, what I am not going to cover, that also I am going to explain in this. Okay. The main aim of this course is how you will be successful in trading in stock market using numerology and how a mobile number can affect your life. Okay. So if it is not matching with your destiny number or birth number, okay. So how you can improve those numbers in your life. So that's what the main aim of this course. And just using numerology, certain numbers, certain dates, if you trade in the stock market, you will be able to find out when to take the reversal trade, when not to trade, when should I trade, when I will get the bigger profit, when there will be big movement. All those things you will come to know. Okay. So without wasting much time, so I will straight away take you to the introduction of the numerology. If I ask you, what if numbers are more than just numbers? So many people think that numbers are numbers, but they are more than the numbers. We use numbers every day, like our date of birth, our name, our mobile number, our house number, our business name, the date of to start a business, we need a date, the date we make an important decision. But can numbers reveal pattern about our personality, our life cycle, and important events? That is fascinating world of numerology. Okay. See, whenever you want to start any auspicious things, you will ask astrologer, which date I should start, what date I should do, and all those things. Nah? Same thing, if these numbers are going to affect your life, if you are able to understand, if you are able to decode that, you call it a Da Vinci code. Okay, so if you decode the numbers, then you will become a successful personality in your life. Okay. So I never learned all these things because I was ignoring all these things. If I was knowing all these things, definitely I would be a better person than what I am today. Okay, so that is the reason all of you, my request to you, must understand this and focus on this and learn this. Okay, so nothing, you are not going to lose anything out of learning any course. Okay, so what is numerology? So numerology is a traditional system that studies a symbolic relationship between numbers, names, dates, cycles, and human life. But this course is not about simply memorizing means. One means what, two means what, three means what. We are going much deeper. How to calculate and how to interpret, how different systems differ, and how to test those patterns. So let me take you to the ancient India, how Indians use numbers. India is an extraordinary history of mathematicians, astronomy, calendars, and philosophy, music, poetry, and numerical systems. Think of Aryabhata and the mathematical astronomical traditional ancient India. But there is another fascinating connection. Like ancient India, Indian and Kannada literacy traditions use numbers, rhythm, syllabus, and measurements to construct a poetry. Numbers are used to construct a poetry. Okay. The science is known as chandas, the science of poetic metric. A poem was not always simply a collection of words. It could be structured using. When I am using a word like chandas, when I use about ancient Kannada literacy, my hairs are getting standard, So I'm getting thrilled. I'm getting emotional because I belong to Karnataka. Akshara, syllabus, matra, metrical units, gana, groups, pada, poetic feet, and finally verse, rhythm, memory. Okay. So ancient our poets used to use tripadi. Okay, that means the poems or vachanas they used to write in 3 lines. The 3 lines we call it as tripadi. So I belong to the person who wrote tripadis. That is Sarvagna. Okay. So he used to write all his entire book in those eras. Okay. So using tripadi, he wrote many good things. Okay. So he was an excellent and brilliant poet, which one of the great ancient poet which Karnataka has got. Okay. And he belonged to my native place. That is very important thing. Okay. So the word itself tells us something. Tri means three. Tripadi is three-part poetic form of Kannada literature. The famous Kannada poet Sarvagna used Tripadi to communicate philosophy, ethics, and observations about everyday life. Okay. This gives us important idea, number, structure, rhythm, and memory. Then comes Shatpadi. That means Shat means 6. Padi means lines or metrical foot. Okay. Shatpadi becomes one of the greatest indigenous Kannada poet forms. It includes different varieties such as Shara Shatpadi, Kusuma Shatpadi, Bhoga Shatpadi, Bhamini Shatpadi, Parivardini Shatpadi, and Vardaka Shatpadi. Major Kannada works were composed using these structures. So numbers were not merely used for counting, they were used to organize sound, rhythm, memory, and literacy expression. Then comes Vachana. Then comes Great Vachana. So Basavana, Akka Mahadevi, Allama Prabhu, and many other Sharanas. Okay. Sharanas we call those who used to, believe in God, and they used to write about the Vachanas. We call all of them as Sharanas in North Karnataka. Vachana literature demonstrates that numerical and rhythmic organization can also be flexible. And this teaches us something important. Not every numerical pattern is in numerology. First, we must understand the historical structure, then we study its symbolism. From 2 to 9. So there we call it as Dvipadi. 2. I think you might have heard Kabir ki Dohe. Okay, so Kabir used to write 2 lines poems. Okay, so that we call it as Dvipadi. Then Tripadi, 4 lines, 3 lines. Then Chaupadi, that is 4 lines. Panchapadi, 5 lines. Shatpadi, 6. Saptapadi, 7. Ashtaka, 8. Navpadi, 9. So look at the numerology behind these things. And even larger numerical structures such as Shataka, 100. The deeper principle is count, measure, pattern, rhythm, meaning. Okay, so these ways where ancient poets used to write the poems and vachanas. The 9 number, what is all about 9 number? At the foundation of numerology are the numbers 9, 1 to 9, what it says. For example, 1 belongs to Sun, 2 Moon, 3 Jupiter, 4 Rahu, 5 Mercury, 6 Venus, 7 Ketu, 8 Saturn, and 9 Mars. We are going to discuss deep about all these numbers in detail in the course. Different school of numerology. There are different methodology to explain the numerology. First is Indian and Vedic numerology, Pythagorean numerology, Chaldean numerology, Losho grid. We are going to focus on Losho grid. Name numerology. We are going to focus a little bit on name numerology. Birth date numerology. So we are going to focus on birth date numerology. Compound numbers. We are going to discuss about the compound numbers. And master numbers we are going to discuss. And karmic depth numbers, number compatibility, personal year and life cycle, mobile number numerology, which we are going to discuss in deep, business and brand numerology. So whenever you want to start a business or you start a new brand, so how numerology will going to help you. All these things we are going to discuss in this course. Last but not the least, there is one more person called Nicholas Tesla. His theory 369. Nicholas Tesla and his number of 369, what he used to say, if you only knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9. Okay. But here where you must be careful. The quotation is widely attributed to Tesla, but it's not firmly documented in his surviving writings. So in this course, we will separate historical evidence from popular mythology. mythology, but the mathematics of 369 fascinating. For example, 3 into 2, 6, 3 into 3, 9, 18, 1 plus 8, 9, 27, 2 plus 7, 9, 36, 3 plus 6, 9. We can observe a repeating system, a pattern, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. This is mathematics. And again comes one more person, that is W.D. Gann, who talks about 360 degrees and number 9. In our Astro Finance course, I have explained all these things. But 360 degree and 360 is equal to 9. So all these things we are not going to discuss much in this numerology course, but we are going to focus on certain numbers which are going to help us a reversal, a trending days for the stock market. Okay, so in geometry, planetary cycles, Gann used to use market angles, time cycle, everything. Okay, so W.D. Gann used 360 degree, 45 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree. If you total all these degrees, it all comes to square root of 9 only. Price and time relationship, numerical cycles, all those things W.D. Gann already explained, which I have already covered in W.D. Gann course. So if you talk about a real life example, I can give an example of Virat Kohli, who has joined Indian cricket team on 18/8/2008. If you total this, it comes to 18. And his jersey number also 18. And he's the most successful cricket player. For him, the number 9 or number 18 is a lucky number. So like that, you can choose your own a lucky number and you can focus on that. And whenever you use in your business or day-to-day life, if you do your work using those numbers, instead of getting 10% success, you might get 50%, you might get 100% success. That's why you should learn numerology. In numerology, what we're going to discuss, date of birth, birth number, destiny number, name number, compound number, personal cycle, number compatibility. Okay. So the purpose is not to claim numerology created his success. It is not like that. Okay. It is to take a precaution. What patterns can we identify? Can those patterns be tested? All those things we will test. So this number is lucky. Why this number is lucky? This day is lucky for me. This shirt is lucky for me. All those things we talk now. So how, if you know practically why that number is lucky for you? So that is the secret of the numerology course. Okay. So we have already discussed many things in our Astro Finance course, but in this we are going to discuss about number 1 to 9 and how to take the birth number, that is Moolank, how to calculate the destiny number, that is Bhagyank, and name number, compound number, master number, karmic number, and how to create the Losho grid. Okay, so many of you might have seen videos in YouTube about the Losho grid. Apart from that, there are many things behind that, just not creating Losho grid, that we're going to discuss. Then Pythagorean numerology, we might not discuss. Some part we'll cover. Chaldean numerology will cover little bit. Indian numerology little bit. Mobile number numerology we are going to discuss more. Business numerology we are not going to discuss. Date selection we will use in our stock market trading. Okay, so how to find the date. And personal cycles, numerology plus astrology, numerology plus Gann, Tesla 369, ancient Indian numerical traditions. So we are not going to discuss all these things. We are going to focus only on the Losho grid, lucky numbers, destiny numbers, mobile number numerology, and stock market numerology. Okay, apart from that, we are not going to discuss more on this thing. Okay, so in this, you will learn all these things. Why I explained about Aryabhata to Kannada Chandas, Vachana to Tripadi Shatpadi, Pythagorean to Chandelian numerology, because from ancient times we are using these numbers, but we might not be knowing how to use them. So that is the reason this course I am preparing for all of you, how to calculate proper number, lucky number for yourself, and how to use them in the stock market trading as well as trading. Okay, so which days are very important, when will be reversal date, all those things we're going to discuss in this entire course. And be with me and learn each and everything. Go slowly. At the end of the video, once you learn everything, I'm going to give you simple and shortcut methods. Some Excel sheet I'm going to give. One Excel sheet. There you will just enter your date of birth and name automatically. Low-show grid will tell you what numbers you are having, what numbers are missing. Then using my ChatGPT app, I have developed a app for chat with the help of my son. I have developed that. With that, what you can do, you just put your date of birth and mobile number. That will automatically calculate and tell you whether these numbers are suitable or not, and how to rectify that, what numbers you need to do, because every time you cannot sit and start doing using calculator and a calculation every time. It will be for getting my number, it took so much time, calculation and all those things, and again you need to search those numbers. So where to search the numbers, where to get the fancy numbers, all those things I am going to cover in this entire course. Be tuned in and keep supporting me and keep learning. And because knowledge is the most powerful tool where nobody can take away from you. Okay, so that's with that thing I'm going to end this video. Please complete the course and understand. If anything is missing, update me. We can take this offline also. Thank you.